Some of you might have heard about this basketball player, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Go back and look up Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf in the 1990s. He was an NBA star. How many of you have heard of Steph Curry? They called him the Steph Curry before the Steph Curry. They actually mirror Steph's game against his, and Steph, actually says, took a lot of his stuff from him. Mahmoud was a star in the NBA, and he lost everything from a worldly perspective for taking a stand. And before social media, and before Colin Kaepernick, and before Black Lives Matter, and before the protest movement in the United States, he was this lone Muslim that refused to stand for the national anthem because his faith had made him too principled, and he had become aware of the crimes that were committed under that flag. Lost everything. It started, he even says it, subhanAllah, he schooled Michael Jordan in a game. The Bulls were on the 18-game winning streak, the longest in their franchise history. And Mahmoud just took Michael Jordan to the hoop, schooled him, and then everything went downhill. Someone noticed that he wasn't standing for the national anthem. Lost it all. Lost his NBA career. The Ku Klux Klan, white supremacists, burned his house down. After September 11, they cornered him into an interview. He thought he was going to have the justice of explaining his thoughts, and they did what they always do. They took a 3-hour interview and they condensed it to 3-4 minutes and made it look like he was justifying 9/11. Turned him into a pariah. And you know what? He's in his 50s now. SubhanAllah, I am telling you, you will not meet this man without a smile on his face. I've met other NBA players that made it. They put their heads down, they did what they were supposed to do, they maxed out, and they're overdosing. Miserable. This man smiles and he says, the only thing I want is that when I meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the Day of Judgment. There was actually a documentary that they pulled. You should look it up. It's called Stands. You should watch it with your families. I watched it with my family and it was like a halaqah. Seriously. My kids had reflection after reflection after reflection. And at the end of the documentary, he says, all I want, with a big smile on his face and some tears in his eyes, is that when Allah asks me on the Day of Judgment what I gave for him, I could say, Ya Allah, I gave it my all. Alhamdulillah. He's at peace. He's at peace. Allah Azza wa Jal says that on the Day of Judgment, عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ وَأَخَّرَتْ. Every single person on the Day of Judgment, as they are standing there before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will know what they put forth and what they left behind. As Qatada rahimahullah says, قَدَّمَتْ means the sins that you put forth. أَخَّرَتْ means the opportunities that you left back in this dunya. The things that you wish you would have done, you know that you could have done, but you didn't do. Every single person will know what they put forth and what they left behind. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the groups are being split, Surah Al-Hadid, one group is calling out to the others that are going ahead with their light. And they say, أَنظِرُونَا نَقْتَبِسْ مِن نُورِكُمْ. Wait up for us, let us benefit from your light. قِيلَ ارْجِعُوا وَرَاءَكُمْ فَالْتَمِسُوا نُورًا. They will say, go back and find a light. The meaning here is go back to the dunya if you can and kindle this light the way we kindled it. We kindled it the hard way. Your whole life here, all you're doing is lighting a torch to benefit you on the Day of Judgment. No, you don't get to be around us. ارجعوا وراءكم. Go back. قيل ارجعوا وراءكم فالتمسوا نورا وضرب بينهم بسور له باب باطنه فيه الرحمة وظاهره من قبله العذاب ينادونهم ألم نكن معكم. And Allah Azza wa Jal gives us this painful conversation. Wait, we were with you, we were amongst you. But you weren't as dedicated as those that kindled that light. You ask those people that struggled, would you do it all over again? Absolutely. On the flip side, you got that person who got the house, who got the car, who got the money, who got everything that they wanted in this life. And they're standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they know they did not prepare themselves or make the necessary sacrifices for that moment. And what does that person say? Not just irji'un, take me back. لو أن لي كرة فأكون من المحسنين. If you set me back, I'm not just going to be an ordinary Muslim. I will be from the good doers. I will be from the people of ihsan. I will excel. I'll do what they did. But it won't matter at that point. You left it out on the table. Dear brothers and sisters, especially the young people in here, start now. Every day that goes by, there's a group of opportunities that you're leaving on the table. Collect those opportunities. Your muhasaba every single night, you're holding yourself accountable every single night, is not just on the sins that you committed that day, but the good deeds that you should have done that day. Not just the moments that you disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the moments that you could have pleased Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.